Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Well, another U.S. reconnaissance drone has a emergency landing. If you remember, the Americans sent their drones around the Crimean Peninsula, and at one point the Russians downed one with the fighter jets coming around and just destroying its propeller. Remember that one? It just fell in the Black Sea. Then the Americans started backing off from the Black Sea, coming towards Crimean Peninsula, and we have two how should I put it? Two circles, or you have the territorial waters. I think it's about 15 kilometers, 10 miles or so, and then you have as they call it, the Russians expanded it due to war to 100 kilometers, not a territorial water. So whenever you enter that area, the Russians will call you out and say, back the fuck off. So they pushed it to 100, I think, kilometers away. So the Americans did not enter that one, but we have here another, it seems like could be a Reaper drone, U.S. reconnaissance drone near Crimea issues emergency alert report. So this comes from Sputnik, and we have here this beautiful drone. Let me show you. So always try to, seem legit. I don't know if I can fool anyone, but anyway. And this is from Sputnik, so we know that is from these guys. So, U.S. reconnaissance drone near Crimea issues emergency alert. And we have the drone. And on Tuesday, a U.S. Air Force reconnaissance drone. This is from yesterday, it says. So, on Tuesday, a U.S. Air Force reconnaissance drone with registration number 10-2045 and call sign Forte-12 took off from the Catania airfield on the Italian island of Sicily. So they took off from there going towards the Black Sea and see what happens. A U.S. Northrop Grumman MQ-4C Triton reconnaissance drone. So it was not a Reaper drone, so it was a Triton reconnaissance drone which was patrolling the airspace over international waters in the Black Sea near Crimea. They don't say how near though so far. Sent an emergency signal before landing on the Italian island of Sicily, according to an online map from the Flight Radar 24 tracking service. The Squawk Alert bot on the X social media platform also reported the U.S. drone's distress signal. So what I think could happen could be a Russian drone following the American drone until they got closer to over the international waters of everyone, and then probably over the Mediterranean Sea, that a Russian drone might have done something. No. Now, according to the tracking service, the drone with the call sign BLK Cat 6 signaled 7700s, that means general emergency, before landing. There is no additional information about the reason for the signal. The drone landed at the Sigonella Naval Air Base. The MQ-4C Triton drone is designed for long-range reconnaissance. Its maximum speed is 575 kilometers per hour. Wow, that's a fast, goddammit. And its range is 15,100 kilometers. So 575 kilometers, you can't chase that with a Russian drone like the $500 drone, bzzz, the little mosquitoes. You have to go with an airplane after those things, or with a rocket missile. It was developed on the basis of RQ-4 Global Hawk drone. So the Americans I guarantee you they got the message after their Reaper drone was up. Not only in Syria, remember when the Russians dropped flares on the drones? Yeah, I covered that as well. That was about a year and some ago. But they got the message over the Black Sea when the Russians hoist down that drone then. So these guys, this has 507, because the Reaper drone I think is much, no, I know, it's much slower. I think it's go to about 80 kilometers or 80 miles per hour or so. And this goes 575 kilometers per hour. So that's about what? Let's say 300 and, let's say almost 400 miles per hour. That is fast. That is fast. For a drone. That's what it says. 500 and right there, I'm going to show you. And the range, again, the range is, I don't know how it flies that long, that far. Really. 15,000, wait a second, it's 15,000 kilometers. So that means they can fly from Europe to, let's say, United States of America and come back with, I don't know, but this is the maximum speed. I don't think it can keep the maximum speed, 575 kilometers per hour, and fly the same, has the same flight autonomy, if you know what I mean. But distress call, I don't think the Americans, and it didn't even say how close to the Crimean Peninsula it came. They know, and why they got the message. The Russians will down the drones. Anything that comes, including any destroyers, be it British Royal Navy or the Americans, they will be destroyed. They will be attacked if they come close enough for the Russians to feel uncomfortable. Why? They did it before. Remember when that garbage Royal Navy, it was a destroyer, I can't remember, a vessel, military vessel anyway, went towards Crimea and the Russians intercepted, and then they shot warning fires, and the Brits were like, "Arr, arr, 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 go back." Provocation. You can say, well, wait a second, which is true. The Great Britain doesn't recognize Crimea as being Russian, so therefore for them, Crimean Peninsula is still Ukrainian. Therefore, by its interpretation of reality, it says I can go if I want to the Crimean Peninsula, if the Ukrainians allow me, which I guarantee you these guys allowed. But the Russians see life differently. They have a different, reality. They interpret it differently. This is ours. You come close, we're gonna. And that's exactly what happened. And the Brits did not push further. Why? They wouldn't dare to get in a little wrestling with the Russian wrestlers from Dagestan, for instance. They would not dare that. But they will use other wrestlers from other countries to do the wrestling match for them. And they will just behind with all the steroids and with the towels and with the and the massage. They will be in their corner, okay? That's what they do in Ukraine at this point. And I might claim that this little match was organized partly by Great Britain as well, by the leaders, the so-called politicians, the so-called in charge of your country. And United States of America, the same thing. Well, thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.